Hello and welcome to Shocking Sequels. We have watched our third film of the day, and it was King Kong Versus Godzilla. That was recommended by my friend at work, Andy Parsonage. Oh, he's Fraser, I'm Mark, by the way. Hey!
Just in case you didn't know. Now you do.
And we saw the only version that was actually possible for us to see, and that was like a weird... The Americans got the... America! They got the footage from King Kong vs Godzilla in Japanese. They dubbed the main characters, but then they put this newscaster character in that was all completely new footage.
It's just like a recap guy, like, just in case you weren't paying attention, this is what happened, and it was just like...
Yeah! And it was a bit bollocks.
Didn't really need him there.
Well,
mind you, for Americans, sometimes it can be a bit slow. That's just a joke, in case any Americans watch this.
Yeah,
like,
we love Americans, really. You're not stupid.
Oh, some people are stupid, though.
Anyway, but when I first watched it, I was like, that guy's not dubbed, but that guy is dubbed. And I didn't really understand why, which is why we looked it up.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying, because I'd like to see the Japanese version as well.
Yeah, I don't mind reading subtitles. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of adds more authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah, I can't really talk what they're called.
And I have a real issue with Americans oversimplifying foreign films.
Yeah.
To make it more palatable to an American audience. It really gets on my nerves.
They do it a lot with like the reboots they do as well. Like
yeah.
When they bring stuff over, it's just like, no, it takes away from what it actually is.
Just subtitle the already good film.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, a bit of a tangent, but I bought this box set of a film called The Storm Riders, and it had the original Hong Kong film, unedited, subtitled, and the American version, dubbed and heavily cut. They cut like 40 minutes of plot. Not just 40 minutes of plot, but 40 minutes of important, good plot. And the American version was dire.
I don't need that. And
the Chinese version was great. And this is another. I think this is another example of that. They basically bastardized King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, there's a lot of I want to say racism.
Yeah, I think it was. To
be fair, what year was it made? Was it 1950?
50 something. I didn't reckon.
50 something, I remember it.
But
but still not acceptable.
The American dubbing of Japanese people were kind of Cheech and Chong level of really bad. It was clear that it was an American doing a bad Japanese accent rather than getting a Japanese person who spoke English. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
And
most of them sounded like me now. Well, no, not really. They all sounded like they had a sore throat, some of them. Just like...
And then the Japanese people weren't free of racism either. Because the African tribe...
They didn't avoid it.
Some or all of them were blacked up Japanese people.
We were, it distracted us for a while actually, because we were looking, weren't we? And we shouldn't really have to.
No, there should be no blacked up people
we were like,
in anything ever.
Because I noticed it when like three of them came together. I was like, "There's that one," and then you saw you saw like the whole tribe, and then you were like, "No, there is one there."
Didn't want to believe it. But yeah, the Japanese actors had blacked up people for this African tribe. And what was really weird about this film was it was basically very, very watered down version of King Kong backstory, very, very watered down version of Godzilla backstory, done in like 10 minutes each, and then fight.
Yeah, well, that was things and all as well. I find with a lot of these films, like Godzilla, King Kong, and Transformers as well, I know that's a bit of a tangent, they focus a lot on the humans, where like you say they were showing King Kong's story and Godzilla's story, but they didn't, like, if they really wanted to, if they were going down that road, they could focus on both of the monsters and then the fight, and then it means something. And
we just wanted more fighting, didn't we?
Yeah.
These films, no one cares about the humans, no one cares about the fucking plot, we just want the fighting.
The only one we care about is the one that's being taken by King Kong, and we only care about when she's being taken by King Kong. So.
And the
fight though, well, the final fight was pretty cool.
The final fight was pretty cool. There was lots of like bashing. Like, King Kong was billed. He was billed as the kind of much more intelligent of the two. He didn't seem any more intelligent. He just threw rocks at Godzilla.
Not very well thrown either. Apart from one that was just like a rocket ball. I was like,
right in the face.
Good shot.
And they both had really happy mouths, didn't they?
They were smiling throughout.
Yeah.
Just like loving it.
Just got hit in the face with a rock.
Just happy to be there, aren't they?
Yeah,
just
like, happy I've got another film.
Yeah.
But Godzilla battered King Kong.
Oh,
for ages.
Until they revealed King Kong's new power, which he gains from lightning.
No, King Kong, in no film before or after that has King Kong in, was he rejuvenated by lightning.
That was set up by the American news broadcaster as well. He mentioned it, and I was a bit like, I remember hearing it and just thinking, oh, is that going to play a part? And then when it did, it was kind of just like, oh, okay. But then it was kind of okay. Like, I kind of accepted it because we got to see the fight we wanted to see.
Yeah, we did. The fight was good.
The first one, Kong sort of just went, I'm out. No,
yeah.
Not having this.
That was rubbish.
He's got flames.
He got with the...
and
then Tasha nearly fell off the telly. And King Kong just ran away.
She was afraid of your impression of... She was acting as Kong in your Godzilla. She's like,
that's right. And this film was just like the racism. It was full of people smoking cigarettes and being cool.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely a product of its time, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, they didn't stay in like all the new ones and all that now, definitely. And it won't be part of the 2020.
I know, it's happening again in 2020.
Future. Yeah, we mentioned a bit of it in the last video, but we checked just so we weren't making arses of ourselves, because when you assume...
Any more than normal.
When you assume, that's what you do, you make an arse out of you and me.
Not you and me. Not
you
me and you. That'd do. Yeah, the thing about Godzilla films, I love Godzilla films, I always have done. And I admire the ambition of the time. You've got to remember this is like the 50s, and the special effects were naff. But my goodness, they made a real effort to do stuff
for their time.
So
it was
impossible.
Good. Like, we were mentioning throughout, like, you can sort of tell, but it's okay because it's like 1950. You're like, okay, I'm willing to accept this. And some of the stuff was really good, which also kind of brings up the thing of like, no like version of these films now has any excuse of poor, I feel anyway, poor effort on the set pieces, because this one it laid the groundwork for it. I mean, of course some of the stuff but was a bit like, it's a bit dodgy looking, but you have to remember the time. But now that we've got all these resources, it should be like, come on, take inspiration from where the stuff's come from.
My favourite trope that we immediately spotted, there was like this scene where there was Godzilla and there was King Kong and there was a pagoda, and we looked at each other and were like, yeah, that pagoda ain't gonna last. And they mashed the shit out of that pagoda, and we were both really pleased.
We were. They teased us a bit though.
Yeah, they
were a bit like a flame starts and don't do this.
Oh. And then the pagoda got mashed.
It was good.
Yeah, that was a happy moment. I mean, this was no better, no worse than pretty much all the other Godzilla films. I don't think it was a direct sequel to either King Kong or Godzilla. So is it truly a sequel, or is it actually a film on its own?
We'll keep it up because it's. I think it's one up for debate, definitely. But no, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's Bambi 2 level.
No, it's not as good as Bambi 2.
But it's not RoboCop 3.
Oh, RoboCop 3.
And it's not.
It was a good Godzilla film, basically. It was, and slow with the humans. The American faffiness was unnecessary, but the fights were well worth it.
Yeah, right.
Right, do your Rotten Tomatoes thing.
It's your favourite time.
No, I'm not so sure about this.
Right. So I've got the original Godzilla and the original King Kong, and then I've got the this film.
Right, original Godzilla, I'm gonna say 70.
Really?
Yeah.
You will be surprised.
Because it's a popular film, right?
93%.
The original Godzilla got 90. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So if the
hang on, I'll give you an alternative one now.
Right.
The 1998 one. Do you want to guess how much percentage that got?
I enjoyed the 1998 Godzilla, but I know it's not as popular, so I'm going to go for about 65%.
18%.
18?
Yeah.
I really liked the 95 Godzilla. Oh wait, no, the American 90.
American.
Oh, there was a Japanese one in the early 90s. The American one was
with
dire.
Ferris Bueller.
With the Godzilla with the chin.
Yeah.
Like
The very same.
No, that didn't even deserve 18%. Donkey shite.
I was looking at all the Godzillas and I was just like, oh, that one was really low. And then I remembered which one it was. I was like,
rubbish.
yeah, that was kind of bad.
Yeah, it was rubbish.
And for King Kong, we've gone for the original one.
Original King Kong.
Yeah.
If the original Godzilla's on 93, I reckon the original King Kong will be on about 93, 94, 95.
98.
Oh, there we go!
Bit of bias for America there, I reckon.
Okay.
Maybe. Now, over or under? Oh, right.
Over or under 95? Under.
Well, you know what? Because there's two of them, I'm just going to say over or under 50%.
I would say slightly under. I think it's in the 40s. Let's say 44% for King Kong versus Godzilla on Rotten Tomatoes.
33%.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's better 33%.
Yeah, not much love for it, but
It's better
again,
than
it might be the whole Bambi thing again. Not enough reviewers.
Oh, Bambi 2 was great.
But one
it really was great. Wasn't
one reviewer did make me laugh because I can't remember the exact thing. I probably should have wrote it down. But it was what was it? The biggest loser of the fight is anyone who's watching it.
Oh wow.
I didn't feel like that much.
King Kong looked a bit odd, didn't he? He was
a bit, yeah.
He was a bit saggy under the arms and stuff.
He's got the bubblies.
Yeah, he had got boobies,
Yeah.
but he
The breasticles,
was alright.
yeah.
And he got a big smile. He was
Yeah.
alright.
That's what I loved. They were just loving life, smiling, and then they all at the end they set away together.
Yeah, it wasn't a disaster, but it
No.
wasn't actually good, was it? Yeah. Certainly wasn't a diamond in the rough.
No.
No. It was less roughy rough.
It was,
but it was still rough.
It wasn't rough, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
Do you know what we're watching next, Fraser?
Shut up.
We're watching Home Alone 3. We're going to watch Home Alone 3. Because Home Alone 2 wasn't crap enough, obviously.
Hey, come on!
It wasn't as good as the first time,
wait until you see Home Alone 3, and you're gonna eat those words because Home Alone 3 is a piece.
And we'll cut there.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya. Home Alone 3.